Thank you for watching our videos here on Cyber Church of Christ. We use the King James Version. We use scripture to prove scriptures. We don't use opinions uh, to prove anything because you can't prove an opinion. And we have a commandment to prove all things. You'll notice if you're looking at our uh, YouTube list there, you'll see they're mainly all topics. If you want to start on something, just see what Cyber Church of Christ is about. Go up there to the filter and put in learning, and you'll see there's a learning the doctrine and learning scriptures, and there's a 10-part series on learning the basics. So I encourage you to do that. Today's topic is called overcome. And what is it we're supposed to overcome? Because we're the children of God, and we plan on doing his will and going to heaven when we're saved. So we're kind of we're kind of special people. I don't know why I would need to overcome anything since I'm on the good. So let's see what today's lesson gives us. Let's start off with this to this description of to overcome, which most of us know, to conquer, to overpower, to triumph. So evidently there's some type of contest or something going on because I need to overcome it. I need to conquer it if it's trying to defeat me. And if it's using power against me, I need to use more power than the power is being used against me. That's what overpower is. And triumph is a victory. So it's more like a finished product. So overcome. So we'll look at that. This actually comes into play. So the first question is we got here is what and how do we as Christians overcome the tribulations of the world? Exactly. I mean, I got baptized into the kingdom. Okay, I have Christ living in me and the Holy Spirit, and I can get forgiveness of sin. I want to live a long life and get saved in the end. Okay, why would I face tribulations? I already said I was got baptized, going to be in the kingdom when I go to heaven. Shouldn't have all these tribulations coming my way. And where did you say these tribulations come from? You were asking? Oh, the world. Okay. All right. Well, let's look at the answer to that. What and how do we, as Christians, overcome tribulations of the world? We overcome the iniquity of the world by enduring until the end. Okay, well, that's not the answer I wanted. I wanted the answer to be, don't worry, Jesus take care of everything. Well, I'm finding out during this sermon here, you're going to find out that's not the case. Okay, that we have to overcome the iniquity of the world. You know what doesn't go away? The iniquity of the world. So I'm being tested, if you will, with the iniquity of the world. All right, let's now look at some scriptures. Romans 12:21. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Okay. And why would I be overcome with evil? Well, probably because you have evil thoughts. You have like lust of the flesh, lust of the eyes, and pride of life. Uh, well, yeah, those may happen. Okay, well, those actually are evil traits according to the Bible. Oh, and you know how you can overcome that? No, how? It says it right here. Overcome evil with good. Okay. So there's going to be evil in the world, but I can overcome the evil by doing good. Okay. Well, I've seen people do something good and then evil still happen. Well, yeah. But this is a commandment here. This is an individual commandment that don't be overcome with evil. That already tells me evil's heading my way. Or I wouldn't have a commandment to say overcome the evil coming my way. All right, let's look at something Jesus is teaching here. John, excuse me, let me highlight this. John 16:33, red letter. These things I have spoken unto you, All right. Well, here we are looking at pronouns again. So this I you have in here, yeah, that's who's ever talking. Okay, well, is Jesus the high priest talking? Yeah. Okay, I have spoken. This is like past perfect. This is past tense. I have spoken. So things, I'm going to have to find out what things he has spoken. Yeah, that's why you study Bible. These things I've spoken unto you. Okay, and so the you is who? Who's ever reading it? Oh, did you hear it? Well, yeah, I read it, John 16:33. Well, that means you heard it. Okay, that means Jesus spoke it. And the you is whoever's reading this. So, yes, while the preacher guy's getting this together, is speaking to him. Huh. These things I have spoken unto you. Okay, now why? Am I going to get a why? Yeah, that in me ye might have peace. Oh, might have peace. Yeah. Okay, well, this tribulation wasn't peace. It was like the anonym, like the opposite of peace would be that tribulation, war, something, that type thing, evil thing. Yeah. And it says here you're gonna have tribulation. We already know that just reading in Romans there that I'm supposed to overcome evil with good. And now I'm getting a how to. Jesus has spoken unto you that in me, which is Jesus, ye is back to the you, might have peace. Okay. Well, I was going to seek my own peace and not use the scripture and use Jesus. Okay. Well, that's not going to apply to you then. Oh, no, this peace here is spiritual peace. I mean, you can be in a peaceful place and have a lot of money and keep people out and say, yeah, I live in peace. Well, this here is spiritual peace. What does your judgment look like? Yeah. Okay. So he's saying, okay, now what happens? What's the second sentence he says here? Ye in the world, ye, this is the same you and ye that, yes, follow the pronouns. In the world, ye shall have tribulation, colon. What? Yes. So Jesus is already saying, well, did Jesus have tribulation? All day, every day. He dealt with when he had assassins out there wanting to kill him, and he had unbelievers that more than you can even count, and then his own religion. As far as the Moses law goes, if you want to call it that, he had people there corrupt that he had to deal with. Yeah, he had tribulation all day, every day. Oh, okay. So now he's telling me what? I'm the ye here. In the world, ye, I shall have tribulation. Okay, well, so me being a child of God doesn't get me out of this tribulation deal? No, we're going to get to that at the end of the sermon. Yeah, there is a spot where there's no tribulation. Yeah, and you could be headed that way. But no, are you breathing? Obviously, you're listening to this. So, yes, you're going to have tribulation. Why? Because you're in the world. It says here, aren't you in the world? Okay. Here's the shall. That's the guarantee. Okay. Well, now I saw this colon out here. So I stopped at the colon. You said in the world I'm going to have tribulation. And then usually after this colon, there's a but. Uh-huh. But what? But be of good cheer. Uh, I've had problems coming my way. You wouldn't believe. I mean, work, family, all kinds of stuff. They're throwing darts at me, and you're telling me to be of good cheer. Well, actually, it's a commandment. So yeah. Okay. Well, and why would I be of good cheer after getting this tribulation? I mean, I like this peace word that you put in there. Yeah. And now why am I going to be of good cheer? Because I have overcome the world. Well, Jesus has overcome the world. Well, yeah. Oh, okay. So I'm going to find peace in that. Well, Didn't you see this part here? He said, in me ye might have peace. Okay, so peace comes from overcoming the world. Yes, when you overcome a tribulation and no longer have to worry about that. It's in the past, and we had actually a successful outcome. Yeah, you know what happens? Peace. I feel good about that. Yeah, because you overcame that tribulation. Now, here's the trick: overcome every tribulation that comes your way. Yeah. Okay, so now let me read this last sentence. In the world ye have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Okay, well, since if you have Jesus in you, then you have something in you that's already overcome the world. Why don't your spirit get with that spirit and do your overcoming? Okay, well, that's what today's lesson is. Okay, well, that's interesting. All right, let's look at 1 John chapter 4, verses 4 and 5. 1 John 4:4. Ye, we're back to the same ye, which is in 1 John is going to be those that are in the kingdom. We have our own commandments. Ye are of God, little children. That's how I know it's to us in the kingdom, because he's our shepherd, we're the sheep, and we're known. One of our names is little children. That's one of the names God has for us. Ye are of God, little children, and have overcome them. So here's the overcome them that are in the world. Yes. And how did I overcome them? Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Okay, well, let me do this pronoun thing you got going. Okay, greater is he in you. Now, is this the in you we were talking about up here where he had in me on John? Yeah. Oh, okay. And then he said, in the world, you'll have tribulation. Yeah. And then he's overcome the world. And now us little children, we can overcome because why now? It's after the colon here. Because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Okay, so this he that's in me is my high priest, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, we already learned that. Okay. So he's in me, and I'm going to find peace because I have Jesus living in me, my Lord. Yes. Yeah. Well, if you're a believer, yes, and you have faith. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Well, I'm in the world. Yeah, but he's telling me to overcome the he that is in the world. Well, I know who this he is. This is Satan, the bad guy. Oh, and he's not in heaven? No, no, he'd be in the world. Where are you living? Well, I'm living in the world. Okay, well, you're living where Satan's living. So expect things to go bad. Okay, well, my health is getting, yeah, whatever's common to man, it can happen to you. Yeah. Just be glad it's a short life on planet Earth. And them is in the world, and then they're the ones that got to be tortured have all this tribulation from Satan. So have peace. Think about having Jesus in you and being saved in the end, and what a joyful occasion the judgment's going to be. That should bring you peace if you got any faith. Okay. So I'm going to overcome by what now? By that he that's greater in me is greater than he that is in the world. Okay. So you used a he pronoun here for Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, I would have done a capital H there. Yeah, so he's in you. And then this he, you automatically know that that's Satan. Oh, yeah, because I've studied who my enemy is. And I know where he lived. Where? In the world. Well, I'm living in the world. Right. Yeah. You're living with Satan. So expect tribulation. I mean, it sounds simple. Well, it is simple. But you got to overcome. You're not planning on overcoming Satan by yourself, are you? Without Jesus? Without the Word living in you? That ain't happening. Because you need to go with who is. Do you see here where it says greater is? Doesn't say greater is you. No. Greater is he that is in you. You're not planning on doing brother or sister. You're not planning on taking Satan on one, are you? Oh, no, you're going to have to use this in you thing. And it's a part about putting on Christ. Now, if you're not in the kingdom, talk to us about calling on the name of the Lord and getting in the kingdom. That's where this in you is. When you get in the kingdom, it becomes in you. Yeah. And it's simpler than it even sounds. Okay, let's look at verse John chapter 1 John chapter 5, the next chapter over, 5 chapters in 1 John. 1 John chapter 5, verse 4. For whosoever is born of God, I just set you up for that. Born of God is calling on the name of the Lord, having Jesus living in you. That all happens when you come up a new person from the watery grave of baptism. You have the old man is what? Dead, and you rise anew in life, right? And now you're known of God. Now he is in you, and now you have something in you greater than what's in the world. So basically, it's basically saying, hey, I gave you the weapons to overcome this guy. Oh, and you put on the whole armor of God, and you got Jesus living in you. Yeah, you can overcome. I wouldn't give you the commandment if you couldn't do it. This overcome means you can do it. I wouldn't give you that commandment that you can't do. Okay. For whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. Okay. Well, I was born of God. Yeah, that's overcoming the world. The world had you set up to fail, to not make it to heaven in the end. That's the world's plan. Who? The guy that's living in the world. He that is in the world. His plan is for me not to make it to heaven. Oh. But since you're born of God, then you overcometh the world. This ETH is ing in modern English. In the formal English, it's ETH. So that means it would have to be ongoing. Whosoever is born of God, you're overcoming the world. Oh, no, this ain't. We don't do once saved, always saved. You got to be continually being saved. But well, if not, you wouldn't have to overcome. You'd say, well, you got baptized, you're in the kingdom, so you go to heaven. You ain't nothing to overcome. So that don't make any sense. No, you're going to get in the kingdom, have him in you, and then overcome the world because he's in you. That's what we've already learned. So whatsoever is born of God overcometh the world. And after the colon there, this is the victory. Oh, victory. That's where you had this triumph thing up here. Oh, okay. So victory was that triumph. Yeah. Victory that overcometh the world. What is? Even our faith. And who is the hour now? Oh, it's these ye people. Oh, this ye thing. Ye and ye. Yeah, that's who these guys are. So your faith is doing it. Do you have faith that Jesus is living in you? Yes. You have faith that you get forgiveness of sin? Yeah. You have enough faith to think you're going to get saved in the end? Well, I want to be saved in the end, but I still have to overcome the world. There you go. All right, let's go back to Jesus' teaching here. Matthew 24, verses 12 and 13. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Well, wax means they're getting bigger and bigger or older and older. Yeah. Huh. So you got like waning moon and a waxing moon. Yeah. So the world waxes old. Okay. So now I'm looking at, hey, you know what? There is so much sin in the world and this temptations and all this stuff we go through. You mean tribulation? Yeah. There's so much of it. It abounds. It's abounding in the world. There's just a lot. So this iniquity there can grab you real easy because it's prevalent. Okay. And the love of many shall wax cold. In other words, they're not going to overcome. Huh. No, because you waxed cold. You didn't stick with it. When you're on the narrow path, you got to stay on the path. This has people here that were on the path and got off the path because this iniquity thing got them. Okay, well, us as Christians, we're going to experience iniquity. Yeah, it's guaranteed. Okay, now it's just up to us to do what? To overcome. That's what today's lesson is. Okay. In verse 13, Jesus teaching here, yes. But, okay. So even though the love of many shall wax cold, but he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. Oh, okay. Well, the word overcome's not in there. Well, no, but it just happens to go with the topic. That's why you can look up overcome. And you go, hey, why is this verse in there? Because overcoming is enduring till the end. So yes, this goes with it. Oh, and then this shall. Yeah, it's not the same as already been saved. There is no already been saved. Are you aware of that? There's not an already been saved. There is a to be saved, and I've got it right here. There's a shall be saved. I mean, it ain't happened yet. So why? Because you haven't endured to the end. You're not at the end. You're listening to this video. So anyway, come study with us and learn all this. You're going to find out how simple this is. We overcome the world because we're using somebody that's already overcome the world. Go figure. All right, let's look at this. I'm going to take some verses out of Revelation now. Jesus teaching, there are heavenly rewards in the world in overcoming the world until the end. So we just mentioned enduring till the end and overcoming the world. Well, then there's rewards awaiting that. Yeah. So let's look at this. Revelation 3:21, Jesus talking to the churches. To him that overcometh, oh, that's that ing present tense, correct. To him that overcometh will I grant to sit with me in my throne, even as I also overcame. That's past tense. Yeah. Oh, okay. So you already overcame the world. Correct. Until I became your high priest. Even as I and am set down with my Father in his throne. Oh. So you have a throne and he has a throne. And what is this set down? Oh, that's a power verb. Yeah, you set something over there because you got power to set it there. Oh, yeah, you could set the world in motion at the creation. Yeah, that's our Father. And when he set a high priest down, he set him down with his Father at his throne. So what, both of y'all's thrones are right there together? Yeah, that's the way it looked. Okay, well, why would I be granted to sit there? Because you overcame. That's the whole deal. Overcoming, you get granted. Okay, but there's going to be many that don't. Yeah, right here we got many wax cold. Okay, so I sat down with Father in his throne. Okay, well, that's pretty interesting. All right, well, let's look at Revelation 21:7, further down in the book. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be my son. Not red letter? No, that's our Father talking. Oh, no, so I don't have that red. I have it in dark ink. He that overcometh. Okay, well, that's who I want to be. I want to be the guy that overcomes the world because I have Jesus living in me, and he overcame the world. Okay, good thinking. He that overcometh shall inherit all things, and I will be his God, and he shall be. Okay, well, this part of the inheritance, when I studied inheritance and being an heir of God, this verse came up. Yeah. Okay, well, and why do you have these shalls in there? Oh, because we're talking future tense. Oh, yeah, so you have to keep overcoming. Then the shall comes into play. So yes, you get the great inheritance and you get adopted. That's when Jesus would call you brethren. Oh, you were adopted, I was adopted. So this my is actually our father. Yep. And these are not. This is us. Him and he. These are the male and female, by the way. Is and he. I say that every week. All right, let's look at Revelation. We're going to finish. I know it's a little lengthy today. We're going to finish with Jesus teaching again. Revelation 2:17. He that hath an ear, let him hear what the Spirit saith unto the churches. To him that overcometh, all right, that's today's topic. I'm gonna pay attention here. To him that overcometh will I give to eat the hidden manna. Hidden manna. Yeah. Hidden from who? Well, from everyone. If it's hidden, it's hidden. To him that overcometh will I give to eat of the hidden manna. And what else? And I will give him, let me highlight that. And I will give him a white stone. What? Yeah, you're going to overcome the world? Yeah, then this will be one of your inheritance here. You're going to inherit a white stone. Really? I already saw where I can inherit all things, and I was going to get adopted in, and I'm going to be our Father's son, and I'm going to be living there where you guys are living there in heaven. That's the whole deal. That's what my whole faith is based on. Okay, well, if that's the case, you're going to overcome the world. You get a white stone. Okay, well, what is this white stone? And in the stone, a new name. This is not my name here on planet Earth. No. Well, I heard there's people on TV that said their uncle was looking down on what they were doing and was happy. Well, no one's gone to heaven yet. You look at that up, John 3:13. And when you do go to heaven, you'll get a new name. So no, it's not going to be Uncle Tom. No. And in the stone, a new name written, which no man knoweth, saving he that receiveth it. So what is this saving? Is it to be saved? No, this actually means accept. The word accept. No man knoweth except he that receiveth it. So that's formal English. Okay. So, hey, man, I like that. So I'm going to overcome the world. And then I'm going to get a white stone. I get a new name. Well, yeah, you'll be in a heavenly body. You're not going to be male or female. Oh, yeah, that's a different sermon. I have a new name written on there, and no one knows the name except me. Then I'm the guy that received it. Correct. Wow. Okay, well, I'm fairly optimistic. We started off with this tribulations, that I'm going to have all these tribulations while I'm in the world. And then the sermon ends with, oh, by the way, there's real good news in this. There's already somebody that's overcome the world. He's set up as your high priest, and you can have him living in you, and you get to overcome the world. Hey, we got a reward waiting on you. Okay, well, I'll think of that. Yeah. You know what? Just thinking of that helps me overcome the tribulations. Right. That's what faith is. Faith is nothing more than overcoming tribulation. You're defeating the world. The world doesn't want you to go to heaven. You want to go to heaven. Well, of course, there's a battle there. Okay, well, anyway, I hope you got something. Rewind in case you didn't understand something, and hopefully I said everything right. But you got the scriptures here. You can read them for yourself, too. So anyway, contact us anytime. We're the Cyber Church of Christ, and we love you. Here's our email, cybercochrist@gmail.com, and we hope that you can join us in person. Have a great day and a great week.